Of the tender age of so many of those who passed down these roads, who would pass under the spot where this arch has been erected 100 years ago.
Well, particularly now to the left of our screen, we see representatives of the senior service, the Navy, the Army and the Air Force, a generation today ready to serve the United Kingdom as and how required. And they represent so precisely the generation that went to war. And the Prince will take the salute when he has taken his position on the saluting base. So just half the national anthem for the Prince as a welcome underneath the United Kingdom's Union flag. And as the band sort out their positions, and the welcome will be given by Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, Mr. Damien Collins, MP, the chairman of Short Step.
Distinguished guests, it is my honour as the chairman of the Step Short project to welcome you here to Folkestone to join with us today to mark the centenary of the outbreak of the First World War. The Step Short project has been a community project which has been set up by people from this town who have given thousands of hours of their time to help create this monument here today, this memorial arch, which has been built in memory of all who served during the course of the First World War. This site is very special. Folkestone was the port from which millions of servicemen made their journey to the harbour, to France, to the trenches of the Western Front. Many would have marched through this site where we stand today. When they reached the top of the Road of Remembrance, where the footsteps will be retraced by members of the armed forces today, the command Step Short would have been given, from which we've taken the name of this project. The soldiers wearing full kit would have been able to break their stride, to take easier steps as they made their journey to the war. This memorial arch stands in memory of all those who served, those who made the ultimate sacrifice and those who came home, those who served on the front line, and the doctors, nurses and support staff who worked with them. I would like to thank briefly everyone on the Step Short team who's worked so hard to make today possible, to Shepway Council, Kent County Council, Folkestone Town Council for their help and support, the Roger de Haan Charitable Trust, and the property company Lend Lease, who have given their time for free to project manage the construction of this arch. We're extremely grateful for that. We have had terrific help from our government, and it's wonderful to have the Secretary of State for Defence and the Culture Minister here today representing our government, and also representatives from the governments of France, Belgium and the Republic of Ireland. In considering this arch today, we remember not just those sacrifices, but that 100 years ago, people in this country, a country that was not yet a full democracy as we would know it today, believed that freedom was worth fighting for, believed that the strong should stand up for the weak, and that one state should not have the right to terrorise the people of another. And we cherish those values today and remember those ideals. In his poem written shortly after the war, Siegfried Sassoon posed the question to us. The poem is called The Aftermath. And he said, "Have you forgotten yet? For the world's events have rumbled on since those gag days." Well, we have not forgotten. And today we can say that we remember them. And Your Royal Highness, if I could ask you to dedicate the arch.
The arch now officially unveiled. Mr. Collins will invite the Prince now to meet a small number of people who've been involved in the Step Short board, fundraisers and patrons. And they'll also make their way towards the War Memorial, where His Royal Highness will lay his wreath. And in the meantime, the armed forces will about turn and will present arms, and at the right time reverse arms, which is the most moving of tributes serving men and women can make to those who have fallen.